others, as a place to condemn others. And listen, those of you in here who are spiritually mature, who have grown in the faith, God is calling on you to love mercy to those weaker in the faith. To come alongside and help rather than to point and curse. He is calling on you to take your mantle and come alongside those who are hurting rather than passing judgment and saying, here, let me encourage you. So we are to do justly, walk uprightly, and also to love mercy. And then number 3, he has called us to walk humbly with thy God. Justly as your dealings with fellow man, your life, how you live uprightly. Mercy is you're dealing with those relationships. And then lastly, walking humbly with God is how you stand before God in obedience to him. Humbly with him. And that word humbly has the idea of having a life that is contrite, that is conserved for him, that is humble before him. In Scripture, when Scripture calls somebody to have walked with God, it is one of the highest compliments. Enoch walked with God, Genesis chapter 5. Noah walked with God. Abraham walked with God. David did. Paul did. Walking with God is not an easy road. Walking with God often means you're walking against the world. But Scripture tells us that we are to walk humbly with thy God. When you walk, it means you are in step. You are in stride. You are in unison. You think about sin the way God thinks about sin. You think about mankind the way God sees mankind. You are walking humbly with him, contrite. And we must make sure that we are humble people before God. And that's what Micah is telling the people. He's saying, listen, your life must reflect it in your dealings with yourself, in your dealings with fellow man, and in particular, your dealings with God. Walking humbly with thy God. The trait of a humble person is somebody who will come alongside and not see themselves higher than they ought to think. They will not view themselves as somebody who is removed from something, but rather somebody who has been through something and is willing to help those behind them. And so as Micah tells the people, listen, he doesn't want your calves. He doesn't want your oil. He doesn't want your firstborn. He doesn't want your rams. He wants your heart. He wants you to walk justly. See, these people